is Retro Dave, and I will be running the Pizza Trilogy made by Saffros. These are easier kaizo hacks that Saffros made for the community. We're just gonna get started. And I'll explain along the way. Here we go. All right, so this is the first of the three. So basically, these are like fan-made games that are based off of the original Super Mario World. Basically, there's different music, different sprites, well, some of the same sprites. But yeah, there are literally thousands of hacks that people have made to play. This is the kaizo category, mainly because for the most part you are small Mario. Thank you for the good luck, Dan. Use power-ups for intended purpose instead of defense like in regular games. Thank you, Joystick Ginger. But yeah, so I'm going to be playing this very safely. I speedran all three of these hacks pretty heavily in the past, but this is like a marathon. And just like in regular marathon runs, you don't want to go too fast, too quickly, otherwise you're going to just crash and burn right from the start and you're not going to have a good time. So I'm going to be playing a lot of this pretty safely. And there's a lot of different coins here. Coins are not necessarily meant to be grabbed in these games. A lot of times they'll tell you what to do. Like a yellow coin usually means regular jump, a purple coin means spin jump, green coin means do something here, mostly throw something here. And Saffros has a lot of speed tricks and speed strats in his hacks. There's one huge one in this level that the world record runners have in this, where they basically do they get P speed at the beginning of the level, and they save a lot of time. I don't do that. I don't have a lot of experience doing that, so I don't do that. But I do that. This is a quick little skip here. You just jump over the one mole. That's a little quick skip you can do. Wasted a little time fumbling around with the block there, but it's fine. Everything's fine. In kaizo, you're going to die a lot, so you just got to tell yourself everything is fine. The more you get mad, the more you die, so it's best to just, be chill. Not worry about it. See, green coin, throw shell here. Purple coin, spin jump here. Quick little trick I learned there recently. And that arrow tells you to go backwards because you got to go backwards to that beetle. Really cool stuff. But yeah, this is one of the easier hacks. So definitely if you're just starting out with this, this would be, I wouldn't say one of the first ones to play, but probably one of the first 10 you can play pretty easily. Go phone. That was a close call. Sometimes the fuzzy will do weird things, like it'll spawn early. It's usually supposed to go on a pattern where it'll go backwards. But sometimes that fuzzy will go ahead of itself. There we go. So you gotta be aware of that stuff. Yo, Derek, thank you for good luck. We were going through this pretty quickly. Yeah. A lot of different themes, a lot of different kaizo creators will have different themes, similar themes for different levels. You'll see similar themes in certain hacks across kaizo. Oh, usually I do a skip there, I missed it, so I'll just do it the easy way. Got that. That's the first scary part of the run. That jump right there is the first scary part of the run, of this hack rather. Britt with the third. Hi, Britt. Welcome in. We're cruising along here. Doing great so far. But if you have any questions about how to start these playing these kaizo hacks, just let us know. We're all here to help. In this level, I cannot use a regular jump. I must spin jump in this whole entire level. Regular jumping is turned off. Mario clearly wants to parkour in this level and has decided he is just going to spin jump in this level. So that is all he can do. There we go. And that's called like a chocolate theme. Dave with the fourth. Chocolate in Kaizo is mainly just something that you wouldn't see in the regular Super Mario world. In the regular Super Mario world, you would never have a level like that where you're forced to only use spin jumps. And many Kaizo hacks have what's called a Rex level. These Rexes are commonly in a lot of different hacks, in different forms. But most hacks do have what's called a Rex level. That's what it means by Rex level. And that's called the Disco Rex because it's basically a reskin of a disco shell. Joystick Ginger with the fifth. Because in a lot of these hacks, there's a program that all these games are made called Lunar Magic, and you can like make so many different. It's basically like Mario Maker, like on crack. It's like really impressive what you can do in the program, and you can like change a lot of the sprites to do different things that you're not used to seeing do in regular Mario. And we're going to be yeeting a lot of Yoshis in this level. A little slow there. Basically, yeeting is when you basically take your friend Yoshi and throw him down a pit. It's very common in Kaizo to see Mario do that to our poor little buddy here. Oh, fuck. An extra yeet there. I hit the button by accident to show you for effect there. An extra yeet. My finger slipped a little bit there. Basically, I'm just flying here. It's a vanilla mechanic for you basically eat a blue shell and you fly. My thumb accidentally hit the A button and I flew off the Yoshi too early. But it's fine. Took one for the team there. Still a very good run for this hack. And we're in the final level of the first hack. There's 3 different rooms in this level. Again, purple coin, spin jump. Hold, see, it says hold there, so you're basically holding all the buttons, holding jump and run at the same time. This says run, and then you just run and jump there. Pretty simple. Pretty simple stuff. Run and jump. On-off blocks. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. I do different patterns in that I do like a 3-2 pattern there. This seems safer for me. There's a speed, P-speed strat there that I do not do. And now we have carrot platforms. These are called carrot platforms because if you think about a carrot in the ground, it probably looks something like this. So people call them carrot platforms. Nice and clean. All right, that was a pretty good Pizza Party 1. My best time in this hack is a 9:02, so that one death was kind of costly, but it was still good. Good run the first game. So that's the first of the 3. This is a trilogy run, so it is showcasing all 3 of the Pizza Party games that Sapphiros made for the community. So this is the second one. And this is, and this one I'm very proud of because I was one of the play testers in this hack. A lot of these hacks, like well, all the hacks, they're basically made for free for the community. So usually any game that's made has playtesters, but for Kaizo, like for the fan games, it's mainly just, you know, it's a bunch of fans that love the games that want to help make it better, make the community better. So they volunteer their time to test these hacks out. And I'll showcase this later, but Sapphiros rewarded everyone that tested his hacks with a... Oh, I don't agree, but okay. Rewarded all his testers with a portrait room and all of his hacks for the trilogy. So I will show you my room when we get there. This level's basically one of the harder levels in the hack, and it's the first level, which is kind of weird. Most of the times when you have a hack, like you want to start off with a nice easy level, this is one of the probably top 5 hardest levels in the whole hack, and it's the first level. A little bit of a mess up there, but not that bad. Now we're going into Haunted Mansion. You'll probably all recognize this music. Another good part about Kaizo, I have to count here, 1 sec. 1, 2, 3, okay. Is the music. You get a lot of different custom music, a lot of different classic music from games you've played in the past. Or it's kind of like, oh yeah, I remember that game. Oh, I remember that music from that game. That's a cool game. This is obviously from Yoshi's Island, which is a very awesome game as well. That's a combination coin there. There's like a green coin saying for you to throw the key there. There's also a purple coin saying for you to spin jump there. Sapphiros does a very good job with explaining this. With the coins of what you have to do. And the key, obviously, you need to get to the keyhole. And there's a little troll here. At the end of a lot of different levels and different hacks, people like to put trolls in there to try to kind of trick you. So those 2 earrings are there to kind of try to get you to jump, like do a jump scare to get you to jump right there and kill you. But I play this hack a lot, so I'm not going to fall for that. Now we're on to a nice little fun cloud level. Little happy clouds, bringing joy. This is just strict platforming, which is awesome. And you go in these up and down pipes, on-off switches, and then there are numbers here. This part was actually very confusing, the original version of this level. So I told Sapphiros when he was making this, I suggested to make it a little easier with the setup because it's a very confusing setup. So he did that, which actually is a very cool way he did it. Just with the 1, 2, it kind of gives you more information on what you need to do to successfully get through that setup. So he did a very good job. I mean, he took all of our advice to heart and he made a lot of changes. This is easily the hardest hack of the trilogy, and it used to be a lot harder, but he took a lot of our feedback to heart and made it more approachable to beginners. Now we have shell jumps, which usually you don't see shell jumps in a beginner hack, but hey, why not? There are some skips I do in this level, just because they're very easy to do. Like you're not supposed to do that right away, but I do it anyway. You're supposed to go on that other shell, but I don't do that. And you're supposed to go along the bottom there, but I don't do that either. So I'm so used to doing it this way. And that's that level. But yeah, shell jumps are usually more advanced tech that you learn throughout playing a lot of the easier hacks. But they aren't that challenging in this level. They're actually kind of free, so it's still very beginner friendly. Thank you for the GGs. Now this is my wife's Michelle's favorite level because it has elephants, and elephants are her favorite animal. This is again an example of reskinned sprites. These elephants are reskins of the big moles in Vanilla Mario SMW. And they have the properties of having very jank hitboxes. Their hitboxes are very bad, traditionally, so yeah, that happens sometimes. I also forgot what I was doing, basically. That was a nervous death. I'm gonna have quite a few nervous deaths in this marathon run here, because I'm nervous as hell right now. In case you haven't noticed, I'm a little nervous, but hoping to at least have a good show for you guys here. Guys and gals. Hope you're entertained so far. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Again, those note blocks, they basically make the platform bounce up. The arrows tell you to go backwards with the Shy Guy. Green coin means throw. There's another little troll coming here I'm going to avoid. Basically, the game is trying to get you to just go right towards the goal. Thank you, Britt. And get hit by that elephant at the end, but I didn't fall for that. We're still having actually good time compared to my PB. We're actually on a good pace. This level has a bunch of wigglers and some Secret of Mana music. If there's any Secret of Mana fans out there, say, yo, Secret of Mana, or say something cool about Secret of Mana. But yeah, this level is basically focused on balancing. Like, one of the biggest things you learn as a beginner in Kaizo is balancing on a sprite. Like, basically coming up with a good entry point onto something like this and not even touching the D-pad. Like, the more you touch the D-pad with that, like, the worse shape you're in. So this level kind of prepares you for that. Where basically just, like, trust in your ability to jump on stuff. And, like, that turtle there, if you jump on it on the wrong side... Where's Flammy? Exactly. If you jump on that turtle the wrong way, I would have died. You have to jump on that turtle on the left side so it kicks the turtle out so you can jump on it the other side. It's a very common death for newer players especially to mess that jump up. Now we have a water level again. I take this a little slower than I could. Now there's a way to get this spawn to work better, but I keep messing it up, but there's a way you can get this TED to basically go your way right away. But I didn't do it that time. I'm going to focus this part. This part's a little hard. I'm going to focus on this part for a second. 1 second. I've died the last few attempts by running with this, so I'm going to pay attention here 1 second. There we go, got it. And then I could go right through the fish there, but I'm playing that super careful. There we go. Orb! Nice. Lately, I've lost a lot of time with runs to that one section there, so I want to make sure I paid attention to that. All right, so we're coming up to my level. Not necessarily the level I made or inspired or anything like that, but this is the level that has my portrait room in it. So I'm going to show you all. We're going to take a time loss to show you my portrait room, which is right here. It's me! Hi! Hi, me! With pizza! So Cape. Cape is interesting. Usually Cape isn't something that you're expected to really do very well with as a beginner. That's Sticky Fly, which you're not really supposed to really know that much as a beginner. But yeah, it's in this hack. I'm taking this really slow. You can take this part a lot faster and skip a lot of these blocks, but I'm playing it super safe. Those red munchers kill you right away. The regular munchers don't. That fire flower you don't need, so that's why I'm getting rid of it. And this is just regular flight. This is just yellow coins are telling you when to pump the cape. And here is a trick that I do that isn't actually intended. It's some kind of it's called cheese. When someone says cheese in Kaizo, that's what they mean. I'm intended to actually throw the shell there and then go off the shell, but I don't do that. I just cheese the ending there. And I still don't waste that much time, which is good. Alright, so we have a red dot here, which red dot means 2 exits. So this is where the secret exit is. I don't know why I'm not sliding right. I slid. I hit down and nothing freaking happened. That was weird. Again, I'm playing with the controllers I played with as a kid, so they're not always very reliable sometimes, but they do work for the most part. But that time it was something janky happened, but it's fine. That's fine. Again, we're just like balancing on the spiny to get to the secret that's obviously right up there. This part is classic, very first kaizo game made, led with these bullets that you basically just balance on those bullets the whole way. So it's usually a very classic trick that's in a lot of kaizo hacks now. And usually, again, in most secret exits, you have a key. I missed the key jump. I got it that time, second try is good. Yeah, but you just, basically a key jump, you just jump and run at the same time and you grab the key. Now we're on to the Switch Palace, Desert Palace. Another Secret of Mana music, level of Secret of Mana music. Which obviously, you were in the desert in this music. Yump! A yump is when you make a frame-perfect jump off of a switch, and you do that. That's called a yump. So whenever someone in the community says yump, that's what a yump is. Thank you for the GGs. Alright, so we're back to this level. Now we're doing the normal exit. I play that vine really carefully because that vine has screwed me over many times. So I play that vine very carefully. And this is really a nice, clean setup. The purple coin tells you when to jump. You get the mushrooms. And you might notice too, in these hacks, when I get the mushroom, I immediately get it. Or I lose a mushroom, I immediately lose it. It's very common, especially with German creators, to have power-ups that you automatically gain or lose. It helps with speed and like getting consistency. So I really appreciate when they have it in their hacks. And that explains that. In case you're wondering why I'm getting the mushroom and losing it really quick, that explains that. So we're flying through the second hack. We're on to the final castle before Special World. This is probably the hardest level in the whole entire trilogy. By far. And the funny thing is, it used to be harder. It used to be harder. I told Saffros, like, I'm sure the art testers did too, this is kind of hard. You might want to back this down a bit. So you're very welcome. If you're playing this and you're like, oh god, this is hard, glad it's not harder, well, you're welcome. It's mainly hard because of this section right here. There's a jump at the end of this section that is absolutely bonkers insane. Fuck. Okay, come on. Come on. I even missed the jump. I missed right before the jump. No. See, you gotta like time that perfectly. It's very hard to time that perfectly. So this is usually like, I'll lose the most time in this section in the whole entire run, like every single run. If I'm losing time, it's almost guaranteed that it's this section. And it doesn't help that I'm very nervous right now. There we go. Well, I got it second try on that actual obstacle, so that's not bad. Nice. And if you're playing any percent, this is where the hack would end for any percent, but we're doing 100%, so we're still going. Oh, Brit. What's a kaizo? Do we buy them off Amazon? Alright, so this is actually the only hack in the trilogy where you need to go through credits to get through the level. You see my name right there? On the right there, my name right there. Playtesters. Thank you there, playtesters as well. We all did a great job. And see, the reason I got the Switch Palace was because of that spot right there. Spinny orb. So now we're going to the special world. Which, in the vanilla Super Mario World, there was a special world. You probably all remember Tubular being really, really tough. These next 3 levels are kind of tough. This one introduces motor skills, which is basically where you can switch your jumps. Like I mentioned earlier, Mario has 2 different jumps. And this one, you switch between your jumps at will. I mean, normally that's a thing you can't do. I held the button and that didn't work. Sometimes that happens, like you'll hold the button and stuff like that happens. It's weird. I held the button, I promise. This part is basically a race. You're racing the saw to finish this section before the saw gets to you. I almost messed up again. I almost messed up again. I switched my jump at the last second to the wrong jump and I re-switched it to the correct jump. But that's motor skills, but you're basically switching back and forth between jumps. All right. Oh my gosh. This level is screen wrap. Basically, screen wrap means you're going between the top and bottom of the screen. Oh, I forgot to go down. This setup's a little tricky. You have to jump here, catch the shell, go down, kick it, and then wait for it to come over and then go. It's a tricky setup. And then again, you're screen wrapping, you're going from the top of the screen to the bottom of the screen, and vice versa. Yeah, pretty simple. And then you're just looping around. Whee! Go a couple times, then you're there, and you... I almost fucked up. I almost fucked up again. It's fine. We're doing good. We're doing good. This is actually not that bad for the circumstances of this race. We're doing pretty good. As the last level of Pizza Party 2. This is just basically you're following the coins around, and this is a lot of different stuff with chocolate, with basically these bouncy blocks that you bounce off of, you kick off of. Again, the purple coins telling you to spin jump off the fire. You're basically turning on and off the fires of hell. The 2 coins means that it wants you to jump twice. And there's better to like neutral the D-pad, which we'll go over that in Pizza Party 3. There's a lot of neutraling the D-pad levels in Pizza Party 3. This is going to be a mechanic called sticky ceiling, which is very popular in the German community, especially with a creator named Nedoodle. Does a lot of this in his hacks. And this was basically just avoiding this fireball. And then that's it. And then we go into the fires of hell, and this game's done. That's Pizza Party 2. Now we're on to the final hack of the trilogy. Here we go. This is Pizza Party 3. Here we go. This is easier than Pizza Party 2, but it is harder than Pizza Party 1. To gauge difficulty-wise, if you're just starting out, the first one I played was the easiest of the three. This is probably in between the two. And again, this is power-ups with a purpose. I only have that mushroom for the purpose of damage boosting through that section. And there you go, that's first level. Basically, just a lot of Koopas, a lot of platforming. All right. This next level, if you're a fan of Pinocchio, you're gonna like this level. This level's called Haunted Pinocchio. Basically, you're being chased by this freaking wall of spikes led by this nose, this Pinocchio-looking nose. But see, it's easy to stay ahead of it, so a lot of times you're just waiting for it. And again, the green coins, meaning throw things here. Throw that there. I almost messed up. Oh, fuck. Okay, never mind. I messed up. Just a tip. I messed up. And so what sucks about this level is if you mess up a little bit like that, you have to do the whole entire level all over again. I almost saved it, but I didn't. But you have to do the whole entire level all over again. Just because I messed up a throw. And I have a thing in my chat called Thank You Y button. Basically, I went to throw that block and I didn't get an input with my Y button to release the block. So usually I'll say Thank You Y button, and then my crew will say do exclamation mark Y button, and they will, yeah, like they did there. Because that was a Y button thing, because my controller is very old. I tried to throw the block, but I had no input with the Y button, so it didn't get a throw. So by the time I threw it, it was already too late. So that's a huge time loss, but that's fine. We're still ahead of pace for making the 50 minutes, so that's all that matters, really. This level is another haunted level. Every hack has a ghost level in the trilogy. This is the ghost level of this hack. This is what I meant about the neutral of the D-pad. Basically, where he says no D-pad, it means you have to basically not touch the D-pad when you're going down the slope and jumping. That's just for safety. I mean, that's for going further with your jumps. Because when you're neutraling the D-pad, you can go further with your slides and your slide jumps. And this is just, you know, got to follow the on-off blocks, nice and easy. Loop around. I go further out here to spawn that quicker, and then we call it a day. My controller is as old as me, basically, yes. My controller is as old as me. Actually, it's not. My controller is like 30 years old, I'm like 44, so, but it's catching up to me. Now we're on ropes in the beach. This is just a nice chill rope level on the beach. And we're gonna switch this up here. There's a switch there. Jump here. Again, just follow the coins. The coins are your guide. If you listen to the coins in Kaizo, good things will happen. Just listen to the coins. They tell you what to do. It's like reading a book, basically. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. All right, I actually got a gold split that level. A gold split in a speedrun means it's the best split you ever got in a level. Another very familiar song, Ocarina of Time, Gerudo Valley, very popular track. Matches up well with a desert level. I'll look at that in a sec. Thank you for the raid. Usually I dance for the raids, but I can't really right now. Alright, another H. This definitely fits the desert theme of the level very well with the Zelda music. Again, you just follow the coins. The coins tell you what to do. It's like a cheat code. The coins just say, hey, you should spin here. Thank you for the raid, Ratio. I appreciate you, Ratio. Thank you. Good friend of mine, Ratio. All right, so we're still in good, I mean, not a good pace for my PB, but we're in a good pace for the terms of this marathon and not embarrassing myself. This level, basically, it's a lot of bats and being in a cave and switching jumps. These skulls basically you have to jump off of, but not spin jump, regular jump off of. And they can damage you if you hit them, so I have to be careful not to touch them either, like from, like just below. And this is another little tricky section. Basically, you have to hit this 3 times. And the up throw means up and spin. Again, it's mainly just platforming. Another trick you usually see with the, like the blocks there with the bats. It's a very common trick in Kaizo also. Thank you for good luck going fast, Ratio. Appreciate you. How was your stream? We're doing good with this marathon run. Hope everyone's having a great time over all 3 streams. Please be sure you're checking all of the streams out. We got Alex's stream, we got ESA's stream. We're on the last map now. Another popular song is from Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time. Really cool song. Even has a good theme with the turtles. Again, with the neutral and the D-pad, I'm not touching the D-pad here at all. If I touched the D-pad there, I wouldn't be able to jump that far. For the other part I just jumped at there, I would have not enough room to jump there. And I just made it. And of course, Ninja Turtles level, you gotta have pizza. That's a reskinned orb to make it look like a pizza slice. We're on the last map here. We got a few levels left, then we're already done. Check that out. This level is super cool. You basically have bubbles coming out of these trumpets, which is super cool. I found out the hard way, if you go too fast there, the bubble pops before it's supposed to, so I gotta take my time there slightly. And those red little music notes can kill you, so you have to watch out. Those red music notes are spikes, so you can't touch those, otherwise you die. And this is like another, like a throwback to, there's a level in a popular hack called Quickie World 2 called Take 5, where basically you're jumping on a bunch of note blocks. That's really cool. And this is a reskinned Goomba. Basically Goombas, they wake up after a little bit, like this one's about to wake up. There's a speed strat here I do not do because I am chickening out basically. I'm not doing it, but you can actually throw that and it'll wake up further ahead and you can save a second or so. But I don't do that, because especially for the marathon, I believe it's very safe. Next level, Frosty Peak. This level, you basically have to get to all these fireplaces that are nearby. If you don't, you just die. This also combines a mechanic I first saw in a hack called Grand Poo World 3, where you have to touch these like snow ceilings and they come down to cover up spikes so they don't hurt you. Oh, that's weird. That was weird. It worked though. We made it work. That wasn't normal, but it worked. Okay, we're fine. So you have to touch these fireplaces so you don't die. And you have to basically get to the next section before you basically freeze to death. And again, I have this mushroom for a reason. If you have a mushroom in Kaizo, again, it means you basically have to save it for something. So this is a survival section. You basically have to survive as Big Mario till the end of near the end of the level. That's a poison mushroom, you don't want to touch that. And the last fireplace. Another one for good measure so you don't die at the end, because in Kaizo it is possible to die after the credits. So there's another fireplace there just to make sure I don't die at the end of the level. So thank you, Saffros, for putting that in and not letting me die at the end of the level. I appreciate that. This level's gimmick is basically you are using P speed, frozen P speed on these spots that say P. That one doesn't say P on it, so that tells you it's frozen, but you're not supposed to get P speed there. You're just supposed to briefly delay. There's a little bit of a delay section there. Another little delay section here. Very common setup with those two piranha plants like that, where you go on the side, another P, where I basically wait and I win. Really cool level. Now we're coming up on Mecha Lab, which is one of my favorite levels in the trilogy, probably my top 3 in the whole trilogy. It's really cool. Basically, you have these Mecha Koopas, which you're intended to jump on them and wait a while until you can respawn them. But in this level, it's in the second half, so you're not going to see them yet. But you're going to basically wake them up with there's like wrenches on the floor. So I'm going to be waking them up with the wrenches on the floor. Thank you for the follow. And again, following the green coins. And you have to be very careful there. Here's the part I was talking about with the Mecha Koopas. Basically, you're using these wrenches on the floor to wake them up instantly. This is a chocolate mechanic. Where we talked about chocolate in hacks earlier. This is a chocolate again. Because you're not seeing this in normal Super Mario World. There we go. Made that look easy. Yeah, that level is really cool. So we're on to the final level now. This is the final Pizza Castle in the run, and we're ahead of schedule by a few minutes, which is good. Not my PB, but we're ahead of schedule for marathon purposes. Oh, fuck. I did that wrong, but it worked. And you gotta avoid these saws. They're gonna cut you up like a pizza pie in the wrong way. Here we go. Last section of the trilogy, right here. Again, here's a snake block, which I'm going to connect, because if you don't connect this snake block, it fails and it just falls apart, and you don't get the intended solution, which is to get that Uba. I'm going over a 1 tile gap, because I'm holding the run, I can go over a 1 tile gap. And we're just going to win. And then we end with pizza, of course, and that's the run. And time is on screen going black. And that is the run. 43:13, not terrible. My current PB is like a 41:33, so like about 2 minutes slower. A couple of really bad deaths that took a lot of time to get back from, but overall, very proud of this run. Thank you, Alex, for hosting this marathon as always. Thank you to ESA for joining Alex with this marathon to give us some more eyes in the community. Thank you to everyone in the kaizo community for supporting me through this, to get this run in, and for supporting me during my practice runs. Hope everyone had a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and have a great New Year. And that's it. Thank you, and good luck to the next race. Looks like it's Link to the Past, and I see a drunk run. Better be careful when you put in those bottles there, guys. Good luck with the race. Later.